I haven't given myself time to recover or time to heal. I had a intense year.
The tension in the air was palpable as the courtroom buzzed with whispers, an undercurrent of anticipation, and a shared sense that something huge was about to be revealed. The players were set, the stakes were high, and the audience was ready for a show. Blake Lively, Hollywood's once untouchable darling, had kept her secrets buried under a carefully curated image of perfection. But now, the walls were starting to crumble, and the truth was leaking out in ways that no one had ever imagined. It wasn't supposed to be like this. For years, Blake had been the picture of charm, grace, and poise, the quintessential Hollywood sweetheart that everyone adored. She'd graced the red carpets with her radiant smile, smiled for the cameras, posted flawless Instagram pictures of her beautiful family and perfect life. But behind that shimmering facade, things had begun to unravel. And it wasn't just whispers from the industry anymore, it was out in the open, and the world was watching. It all started with Justin Baldoni, a respected actor and director known for his advocacy of empathy, mental health awareness, and his genuinely kind demeanor.
The ongoing legal battle between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, an interview recorded prior to the lawsuit.
Justin had always been seen as a beacon of maturity in the Hollywood storm, someone who stood for authenticity and integrity. So when rumors started swirling about a legal battle between him and Blake, no one could have predicted what would unfold in that courtroom. The rumors first reached a boiling point when, in the midst of their legal proceedings, Justin's team made a chilling allegation about Blake Lively, that she might be dealing with serious mental health struggles. The words were dropped like a bomb, leaving everyone in the room stunned, and Blake, well, she lost it. Her reaction was swift and intense, like a tightly wound spring that finally snapped under the pressure. It wasn't just the accusation itself, it was the audacity of someone finally breaking the silence around the issues Blake had worked so hard to keep hidden from the public eye. Her anger was so palpable that even her closest allies were scrambling to do damage control. Was Blake genuinely losing control, or was this just the final unraveling of a woman who had carefully crafted a perfect image for years? The allegations about her mental state were far more than just court gossip. They threatened to shatter everything she had built, everything she had spent so many years protecting. To some, it seemed like the public finally had a peek behind the curtain of Blake's life, and it wasn't as pristine as it appeared on the outside. Blake had always been known for keeping her private struggles close to her chest. Behind her smile, there had always been a level of tension that people close to her had witnessed but dared not talk about. Her career was built on being the perfect picture of grace, the effortlessly poised star who always said the right thing and did the right thing. But now, in the courtroom, the image of Blake Lively was starting to crack. As the legal battle raged on, Justin's camp continued to press the point, suggesting that Blake's ability to make rational decisions had been compromised by what they claimed were emotional outbursts and volatile mood swings. The implication was clear. How could someone so emotionally unstable be trusted to make important decisions, especially when it came to the legal matters at hand? To Justin, this wasn't just a case about business or money, it was about showing the world who Blake truly was, beyond the smile and the social media posts. Some even believed that Justin was using these allegations as a calculated maneuver to gain an upper hand in the battle, a tactic that would shake Blake's credibility to the core. But was Justin simply playing the game of legal chess, or had he unearthed something darker, something that had been hiding in plain sight for years? His team had allegedly presented voicemails and text messages, glimpses of Blake at her most vulnerable. Some even went as far as to claim that Justin had an audio recording, a private moment when Blake was at her emotional breaking point. If these materials existed, it would be a devastating blow to Blake's public image. And yet, the details of these supposed recordings remained shrouded in mystery. Were they real, or was this just another layer of manufactured drama, designed to keep the public engaged and the rumors flowing? As the leaks and allegations swirled, the internet exploded. Blake's fans rallied behind her, flooding social media with hashtags like #StandByBlake and #JusticeForBlake, defending their idol and calling Justin out for what they saw as a cruel and calculated smear campaign. They painted Justin as the villain, the manipulator pulling strings behind the scenes to tarnish Blake's name. But as with every scandal, there were others who saw things differently. A small but vocal minority began to question Blake's perfect public persona. Could it be that the charming, flawless image she had cultivated over the years was just a facade? Could Justin be telling the truth about her mental struggles? And if so, what did that say about the carefully constructed life she had led for so long? It wasn't just online commentators speculating about Blake's mental health. Insiders from both the Hollywood world and the legal circles began to whisper about her behavior behind the scenes. There were accounts of her having emotional outbursts, of storming out of meetings with lawyers, and even of feeling trapped by the overwhelming pressures of her career. Some claimed she had even increased security around her home, fearing that the public fallout from these revelations could spiral into something darker. The rumors were everywhere, and the whispers were growing louder by the day. Blake, for her part, refused to directly address the allegations. Instead, she shifted the focus back to the legal battle itself, perhaps hoping to control the narrative by keeping the conversation on more neutral ground. Justin, meanwhile, maintained a cryptic silence, offering no public comments that would shed light on the truth of the situation. His team leaked bits and pieces of information to the press, carefully fueling the fire without ever fully committing to the specifics. In the court of public opinion, both celebrities were playing a dangerous game. The tension between them was palpable, with each side taking every opportunity to undermine the other. But what if this entire feud wasn't just about a legal case or a simple dispute? What if there was something deeper going on, something darker that both Blake and Justin were trying to hide from the world? For all the drama that had unfolded so far, one thing was certain: the public was hungry for more. Every tweet, every cryptic Instagram story, and every offhand comment from a friend or insider added to the growing mystery. Fans scrutinized every piece of digital evidence for hidden meanings, convinced that they could unravel the truth behind the facade. Some believed that Blake's emotional breakdown was the result of the pressure she'd been under for years, while others thought that Justin's revelations were part of a larger strategy to discredit her completely. As the saga continued, the lines between truth and manipulation began to blur. Was Justin the manipulator, carefully orchestrating a campaign to destroy Blake's reputation? Or was he the reluctant whistleblower, exposing the truth about a woman who had kept her struggles hidden for far too long? Could it be that Blake's attempts to keep her life private had led her to a breaking point, or was this simply the final stage of a carefully constructed public relations game gone wrong? With each passing day, the story grew more complicated, more twisted. People who had worked with both stars began to speak up, painting a picture of two individuals trapped in their own personal battles, each willing to go to extreme lengths to protect their image and their future. Behind the scenes, the pressure was mounting, and the stakes had never been higher. For Blake Lively, the stakes were clear. Her reputation was on the line. For Justin Baldoni, the stakes were no less significant. His own career and integrity were being questioned. In this high-stakes legal drama, it wasn't just a matter of who would win and who would lose. It was about the power of truth versus manipulation, the cost of keeping secrets, and the fragility of even the most carefully crafted public personas. As the court hearings continued, the tension in the air grew thicker. Fans on both sides remained divided, each believing their chosen celebrity was in the right, but the question that remained was this: when the dust finally settled, who would emerge victorious? Would Blake's carefully guarded secrets be exposed to the world, or would Justin's campaign to tarnish her credibility collapse under the weight of his own actions? Whatever the outcome, one thing was clear: the drama was far from over, and the world would be watching every step of the way.